Welcome to the Women in Digital Business Foundations program on digital skills. And I am your lead facilitator, Lillian Macharia. I'm happy that you are able to join us today as we go through Module 2. First things first, as we get started, have you been to our YouTube channel? Have you watched the videos that are there? And if so, we are kindly requesting that you subscribe to our YouTube channel. The name of the channel is Lillian Macharia Business Wellness Roundtable, and that's the YouTube address link. And then also whitelist us in your email addresses, because some people have come to say that some of the emails that I have sent have gone to their spam folders. So whitelist us in your email address so that none of the emails that I send regarding this program will get into your spam folder. So how has the journey been for you? Are you having challenges navigating the portal? And how was block 1 for you? Have you finished it? And have you started on block 2? If you have any challenges, kindly put them in the chat box, and then we will look at them at the end. So like I mentioned earlier, today we are going to be looking at Module 2, which is building an online presence. Because for you to have your business online, first you need to create or build the presence online. Then from there, now you start taking advantage of you being online to ensure that you're growing your sales, to ensure that you're automating your processes, so that now you start having a digitally transformed business. So the first steps is to build your presence online. And in this module, the 4 areas that they talk about or are mentioned, the first one is getting yourself on social media. Then another one is getting yourself on messaging apps. You will be surprised there are so many people who don't take advantage of message apps for their business. Then the other one is getting yourself a website, building a website or at least a landing page, and then digital marketing and digital or online branding. So without further ado, let's see. What is social media? Because social media is the one place that you should first land when you want to build an online presence. And it is interactive technologies that have come about in the not so distant past. Before 15 years ago, we didn't have a lot of social media. And even when it started that time, it was only for socializing. Then it has morphed into both socializing and doing business. So it's the interactive technologies that allow us to create and share information and ideas. And then it is in the form of virtual communities, people who maybe might never meet physically, but get to know each other, get to interact with each other. So if you want to build an online presence, ask yourself, currently, which are the virtual communities that you are in? Are they adding value to your business? Are you in a community that does not align with the kind of business that you are in, or the kind of brand or the kind of image you would want to represent your business? If so, be intentional in the kind of communities that you're joining, because you don't want to cause brand confusion online, and neither do you want to be in communities that are not going to help you build your business online. So why social media? The thing about social media is once you engage with the social media applications like WhatsApp, Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram, etc., you're able to move your business from, put your business in the eyes of very many existing customers as well as potential customers who are not constrained by the geographical location that you are in. So you need to be in a place where you are being visible to your customers, whether they are within your geographical location or away, for as long as they are potential customers and they can consume your product or your service. Then social media helps you to do that. And the main functions of social media for your business, one is to connect. It enables people to connect with customers. It also, some social media also does enable people to enable you as a business owner to do targeted connection. So you go to specific places in social media where your target audience is, and you get to choose the customers you want, and then you also get to choose what it is you want to communicate to them. And targeting is especially done when you do paid ads. And then the social media also acts as a storefront. If you don't have a website, the only other way for customers who cannot make it physically to your shop or to your office, if you're a consultant, is through social media. So it becomes your virtual office or your virtual business face. And there are different types of social media. I will go through this very quickly. I expounded them more in the video that I shared. The first one are the social networks, and this one's, like the name suggests, they are for building and expanding relationships. And examples are Facebook, X, and LinkedIn. Then we have the media sharing networks, and these are the ones that allow you or enable you or are structured to help you share more of visual media. For example, videos and images, and these include YouTube, Instagram, and TikTok. And then there's social blogging networks, and these are the ones that give you an opportunity to build the know, like, and trust factor, that customers want to engage with people that they know, people they like, and people they trust. And one way of doing that is by social blogging. And examples where you can go and set up blogs is WordPress, LiveJournal, and Medium, and also in your website. Then we have discussion networks, and these are places where you go when you want clarification on something, or maybe you're doing research about a product or research about a service, and then maybe you want to know who are the demographics that suit this kind of product I want to launch. Now, these ones you go there to get advice, and they're called discussion networks, and two examples are Reddit and Quora. Then we have review networks. These are when somebody wants to maybe buy a product from you, they go to the review networks to find out what other people who have engaged with you say about you. And so they go and find out whether do you have a 3-star rating, do you have a 5-star rating, and what are the comments? Are you getting compliments from your previous customers, or are you getting complaints? So those are the different types of social media: the social networks that we all know, then the media sharing networks, blogging networks, discussion networks, and review networks. So the question is, depending on the kind of business that you are, choose the networks that work for you. Choose them according to the size of your business. Choose them according to the type of customers that you have. Some customers are found in, some demographics are found in different types of networks. So choose the customers as per, choose the social network as per the type of customers. And then some products sell better, or some product fare better in this network, social media network, as opposed to the other. So know your product, know your customers, know your business, and then from there, make decisions on which social media networks to join. Then the second one was the messaging applications. And this is where now you go in and you start engaging with your customers online, digitally. Message applications help you to move your analog business into a digital business. So now when a customer is asking you, do you have this shoe? Then you say, yes, I have. Then you say, I have it in 3 colors. And then you take images of those and you send them on message networks like WhatsApp or Facebook messaging, and then you send to the customer. The customer is able to make a decision, and then you interact with the customer on message applications. Very good. Before you go fully digital, where now you have software that is supporting your business, message application is a place that you need to be at and doing it seriously. So message applications have several advantages. One of them is they enable quick communication between you and the customer, and then majority are free, and even for those that might be paid, they don't come at a very expensive cost. And then there's also very easy to use. You don't need rocket science knowledge on tech issues for you to be able to have WhatsApp for business, or neither do you need to have tech knowledge for you to use Facebook messaging. So take advantage of them. They help you reach many customers. They help you respond to customers quickly. They help you send visual images to the customers. So the benefits of message apps is, one, they give you direct interaction with your customers regardless of where they are or who they are. And then you have free access to buyers and sellers. The message networks enable you to be able to access your customers and also to engage if you are running a business where you need materials to be brought to you by suppliers, and then now from there you take them to the end consumer. It brings an interface where you can be able to engage with all of them. And then some message networks or message apps have the possibility of automation. Now, on websites, you can also have a message app, and most websites nowadays, if you know, like Safaricom has Zuri, the chatbot, and so many places. The banks also have now introduced chatbots. When you go there, that beautiful Zuri comes and asks you, how are you doing? And now Zuri has been pre-programmed with frequently asked questions. So if you just ask a question, Zuri, the genius, will give you an answer. It is automation. And some of these automations are not very expensive. So you can be able to embed them in your message apps. So you might be asking, why do I need message apps? Guess what? 92.3% of internet users are accessing internet from their phones. And in those phones, they have messaging applications installed. 92.3% of internet users. Of course, your product is not for the entire 92.3% of internet users. But you can imagine, just extrapolate that to your business. 90-something% of people who consume your kind of business have phones and they access internet on their phones, and they have message applications. So if you make good use of the message application, you're going to be way ahead and more at the top of mind with the customers. Then now we have building a website. And I know some people, I remember when I had the other cohort, some people were saying, no, websites are for old, mature businesses that have been there for a while. Maybe, but maybe not. Long time coming up with a website used to cost an arm and a leg. Nowadays, because of website templates that are there from website building services, you can be able to, if you're a bit tech savvy, you can build your own website. If you're not tech savvy, you can get somebody to build for you a website at a cost that is not very punitive. But that does not mean because you don't have a website yet, you cannot have a business, your business online. You can still have your business online as you work your way to getting a website. So what is a website? It's a group of internet pages that are for the same address, the same domain address, and they're put together by a business, an organization, or company. And a business website, why it's important to have a business website? One, it gives you a digital presence. When people are online and people are browsing, they're able to see you because now you have a website. And then it also provides an opportunity or a place for you to sell. Then it is somewhere where you show your brand, you show your brand essence. You're able to communicate your brand values on your website, from the activities you do, the way you package your products or your services. People are able to get an inkling of what it is your brand is about. And then it is also a place you can focus your marketing efforts. That means you go to social media and so many other places, the message apps and all that. You're gathering, creating awareness and gathering people towards you. Then once they come into those other places that you don't own, remember, you don't own WhatsApp, you don't own Facebook. So you want to bring them to places where now it is where you have full ownership. So you focus, you go create awareness in other places, then you bring them to your website so that now you can incubate them in a place where you have control of. Then it is a tool to build credibility. When you are speaking to a customer, you've gone, maybe you made a presentation or a customer is asking you for your contact information, and then you say, I am called, let me see, who is here? I am called Judy at tastykcakes.co.ke. It sounds a whole lot different from I am Judy at yahoo.com. They are both email addresses and they both go to Judy, but one adds more credibility to the kind of business that you are. And then it is a place where you can capture clients' contact information. Have it in a way that when people come to your website, there is something that will motivate them and inspire them, encourage them to share their contact information with you. So now, if you do not have a website, you can start off with a landing page. A landing page is a one-pager. It doesn't have a lot of things. It has no navigation. It has no sitemap because it doesn't have the tabs that you have at the top of a website. And it's primarily focused on marketing and promotion. Now, when it comes to the website, it has several pages. It can have an about page. It can have a products page. It can have a blog page. It can have a page that has your contact information and for capturing visitors' contact information, etc. It is more complex, but because of it, it comes with more advantages than the landing page. Then it can be used for multiple purposes. It can be used to showcase your thought leadership, bring you out as an expert in what you do, as opposed to a landing page that is primarily used for marketing and promotion. So before you get a website, you can get a landing page. But ultimately, if you really want to have an online business, I would encourage you to get a website. You can get a basic website that doesn't cost a lot of money. Then we have digital marketing and branding. Now we are in the era where now we have moved from traditional marketing. We don't use newspapers anymore to run adverts. We don't run our adverts on TV unless you have like $1 million for marketing. But with digital marketing, you're able to reach a good reach of your ideal customers without having to break the bank. So when it comes to digital marketing, we have digital advertising. And this is the one thing that I would want us at the end of this program and within the next 3 or 6 months, we come up with a digital advertising campaign. It doesn't have to be perfect if it is the first time you're doing it, but purpose to run a campaign. If you don't have a new product that you want to market, or you don't have a product that you want to launch, you can have an advertising campaign to create awareness about who you are. So what you do with digital advertising, you come up with a campaign. Then who's that who needs to mute themselves? Then once you come up with the campaign, you analyze the data to find out what is working, what is not working. Then you tweak the campaign until it gets to the kind of numbers that you want. And then from there, decide which channels you're going to put your digital advertising campaign. Now, some of you might be thinking, oh, Lillian, no, we are not yet ready. Bado sijakoma, I'm yet to mature enough to pay for ads. You can have a digital advertising campaign that is not for paid ads, but it is still a concerted campaign where you're taking your time to walk people from awareness stage all the way to making a decision to buy from you. So you don't have to. Paid ads, of course, they might bring better results, but you can also have a campaign where you're not paying for the ads, but you're still getting results, which is different from when you sporadically send a message here, you sporadically send another message here, and all the messages they're not even tied together. Like now, when I was inviting people to come to join this cohort, I had a concerted campaign that I ran for, I think 3 weeks. And all the time I was talking about the program, the benefits, then I would put the poster. Then the last week, I ensured that every day in different places, I am putting out the flyer that had the link for registration. And that is how a number of you were referred here by people who know me, but others got to us through the campaign. So campaigns do work. If you want, I would want us to challenge ourselves. Like we said, we will be walking this journey over a long time. I want us to tell ourselves that by the end of Q1, all of us have run a campaign. It doesn't have to be excellent. but it will be something that you will use to determine how to improve in the next one. Are we together with that? If you think that's a good idea, let me see a thumbs up. If running a digital campaign is a good idea. All right, thank you. I can see them. Zaylin, Lucy, Joyce, Faith, asanteni sana. Then digital marketing, another way to do digital marketing is through content marketing. This is where now you put out content. The content can be visual, the content can be words written, thought leadership. You go write blogs about your area of expertise or things about your type of business. Now, when you do that in content marketing, don't write for just the sake of writing. Write one to educate people, write one to let people know of new trends, new statistics, emerging trends, etc. But when you're doing that, much as you're educating people, you also want to be ranking high. So in the search engine, so ensure that you are optimized for search engine optimization. You're using the keywords that when people who consume your kind of product, people who consume your kind of service are looking for your service, use the words that they use. If you watch the video, I said, when you're using keywords, do not speak so much about your solution. Speak about what it is that the customers search for when they go searching for the solution. For example, if you have a product, you sell products that help people lose weight, or you come up with recipes that help people lose weight, or you're a fitness instructor that help people lose weight. Ultimately, you help people feel good in their bodies. That is one. You help people cut their weight and become healthier. Those are results. When people come searching for you and your product and your service, they don't say, I want to look good. They say, I want to lose weight. How can I lose weight? So lose weight are your key words. Healthy body is the solution. Now, healthy body should appear in your content, but the key ones that should appear several times is lose weight, because those are the words that your customers are using when searching for solution providers. They don't search for perfect body. They search for lose weight. Have I made myself clear? Have I made myself clear on that one? Let me see with a thumbs up. All right, good. Then the other digital marketing is the visual content. And with visual content, this is where we have videos. We have, thank you so much. I can see people are still giving me a thumbs up. Visual content, we have the videos and we have the images. Ensure that your visual content is eye-catching. At times, you can put in a controversial image there that arouses a discussion. It causes a disruption in how people see things, etc. But it should still be an image that is clear. At times, a visual image can be of a failure. Let's say you are going to deliver products to your customers and maybe you sell kitchen cups, beautiful cups and plates. Then voila, something happened. The box dropped and the box, your beautiful cups are all broken. That kind of a visual image, you can put it there and just let people know, write a funny tag to show people that yes, accidents do happen, but we are still committed to delivering service. Be creative in how you present your visual image. Don't always project perfection. Show even the struggle. People relate more with people who are vulnerable enough to show their ideal clients or their prospects the journey that they're walking in order for them to be providing solutions. Then we go to digital branding. How are you being seen online? How is your business being positioned? Are you positioning yourself as a serious person? Are you positioning yourself as a person to be relied on? This one person that anytime you go to them, they will always listen and they will not be quick to offer a solution. They will think through before they package a solution for you. How do you want to be seen? Then what colors do you want to represent your brand? Because 1 minute we are seeing your brand is looking pink, pink, pink. Then we stay kidogo, then you decide your hot yellow, and people are like, is this the same person? Is this the same business? Are they selling the same products? No. Get some colors and be consistent. Unless you're informed otherwise that the colors are not resonating well with your product and your type of business, choose colors and stick with them and see how they fare. And I've given the example of my logo, High Achievers Institute of Professionals. As you can see, it is a globe. That means we want our reach to go beyond the Kenyan borders. We want to have clients who are outside of Kenya. We want to have global clients. And the green depicts the opportunities that are there. The blue ocean strategy, we have opportunities within Kenya and outside of Kenya. Then the acronym for the business name is HYPE, and it's in red. Red communicates our passion. Reds communicate our energy and our zeal to serve you. Then black, the name of the business is written in black. Black shows authority. Black shows professional. And those are the three colors that we use to communicate our brand. And we are able to explain what that means. I had asked you in the group today, do you have a logo? And if you do, what does it mean? Do you have a brand? And if you do, what does your brand communicate? Does it communicate values that people associate with the kind of products or services that you sell? Or is it just a mishmash of all things? And for those who've not yet come up with your values for your business, don't choose, those tired, reused, abused values that everybody has. Even in Kenya, the most corrupt of government institutions have integrity as a value. They don't mean it, they don't act it out, they don't profess it when they go to work. Don't look for other values that can still communicate who you are without using the rinsed out values that we have. So remember, your online presence should be supported by accurate digital marketing and branding. Accurate. We don't want to be seeing you in those reviews. Remember the review networks? We don't want to be seeing you there being reviewed as a person of what I bought versus what I got. Whatever you show online that you can supply to your customers, or whatever, if you're a service provider, whatever you promise the customer you will do for them as a consultant, ensure that that is what you're delivering. Let me tell you, social media is brutal and unforgiving. Do not want to be on the wrong side of social media bashing. Any questions so far? Any questions? Let's see if we have any questions here. Lynette, what are your other social media handles? Do you have a website? How do you use messaging apps? Then Judy has said, can we call Instagram message site a message application? Yes, because we communicate to customers directly as well. Yes, the ones I was giving was just examples. Yes, even Instagram message site is a messaging app. Even LinkedIn inbox, is it called inbox or DM? Whichever, it is also a messaging app. And yes, Lynette, what are your other social media apps? For me, my main social media is Facebook and Instagram. The reason why I chose those two is because, one, I offer consultancy services. So LinkedIn is a site where I would be able to be in the eyes of the kind of prospects that I am looking for. Then Facebook, because at times when you want to create a buzz or you want to get people engaging in a conversation, Facebook is a good place. And then Facebook, for the kind of demographic, for my ideal client, the age group that they are in, they are found in Facebook more than they are found in TikTok. So that is the reason. Then Nelia, I see your hand is up. How you can unmute yourself.
I don't know if it's me or it's you. Your volume is really low.
Oh my God. And the other people, can you hear me? Let me see. Anybody who can?
Yes, I can hear you.
You can hear me. Oh, sorry, Nelia. Let me get nearer my laptop. Oh, sorry about that. Okay. Is that better now, Nelia?
Yes, better. Thank you.
All right, sure. Sorry about that. Okay, so Lynette, I hope I've answered your question, as well as Judy. So we are on the 30-minute mark. Now we will go into task 2. I had requested that when we come in for this webinar, we have the task 2 open. Let me see by a show of hands, thumbs up, those who have their task with them somewhere uko kwa tabs zingine uko kwa laptop. I can see. Yes, Judy, thank you. Faith, asante sana. Yes, all right. Oh, yes, Joyce and so many others. They came in so quickly, I didn't see. So very quickly, I just want us to go through the tasks because some people are having a challenge on how to answer these questions. So I felt based on how the previous experiences with the previous participants that it would be good that I walk you through the task. And if you're in a place where once we go through, you can answer, you can fill in, go ahead or note it down somewhere so that now when you sit down to compile your answers, you're able to do it and do it right. So the first place they want to find out is, like we said, module 2 talks about social media, messaging apps, and the website, and also digital marketing and branding. So the first one on social media, where are you at? How many social media accounts do you have and on which platforms? How many social media accounts do you have and on which platforms? So you write there. If you're just on, say, TikTok, write one platform. If you're on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, which other one? X, go ahead and put the number of platforms that you are in. Then how often do you publish each week? So give us a rough estimate. And please, let's be honest. If you know you appear there once every lunar eclipse, don't write once a week. That's not true. Write rarely so that you're able to know, to tell yourself and to understand that you have some work to do. So go there and say, I publish once a week, maybe once a fortnight. If it is less than once a fortnight, just say I rarely, or you can even, differentiate. There's some people who are active in one social media platform as opposed to another. You can say on Instagram, I'm there 3-4 times a week, but on Facebook, I'm rarely there. Just speak your truth, write your truth. That's the only way you'll be able to know whether you need to improve or whether you need to add more platforms, etc. So where do you want to go? So in the next 3 months, what social media accounts do you want to be having? You can stay with the ones that you are on, or you can add others. Or if you're on very many, you can choose to drop some that are not resonating so well, or they're not adding as much value to your business. Like, for example, for me, in the next 3 months, I would like to add one more. I want to add a media sharing social media platform. I am on YouTube by virtue of running these programs. I want to be having the business roundtable, business wellness roundtable talks on YouTube. But I would also I'm playing around and I'm doing research on TikTok and how it can impact the kind of business that I am in. I'm in consultancy. So I want to find out, I'm still doing some research on TikTok to just see, can I be going there and doing something? Did somebody ask a question or put up their hand? Let's see. Oh, Zaylin Jivet, you've asked, why haven't you gone in depth about building the website like in the module? Yes, because the module went completely in depth. The webinars are supposed to help you get a summarized version. That being said, on the video that I recorded and sent you, I did go slightly more in depth. This is a recap of the module and not a complete chunk through into the module topic by topic. So that is why I didn't go in depth. That being said, like we said last week, I will be inviting experts to come and speak to us. Like now, I have already put in the group that we will be having a CPA to come and talk to us about bookkeeping for SMEs and tax compliance. And we will go on like that. We will look at people who can help us automate our email management and social media management. That will be one. Then we will also get an IT person to talk to us about if you're in business, if you're in a product-based business, if you're in a service-based business, and if in the service you're in this kind of service, what would be a good website to have? And then they will walk us through what do you need to do in order for you to get a website. I hope I have answered your question, Zaylin. I hope I've answered your question. Yes, this is a summary because we only do it for an hour, but the recorded video went into slightly more depth. Then the content online in the portal went into even more depth. But we will also be getting an expert to speak to us and really break it down on how we can build websites. And if we are building from scratch, which is the best approach to have depending on the kind of business. Product-based businesses require websites with different features from service-based businesses. Sawa sawa, Zaylin? Okay, so now the next question there is, how did you come up with that number? How did you arrive at having 5 social media platforms and not 7, not 9? Justify. Maybe is it because of the kind of business that you run, or is it because of where you are at in the online presence? Maybe you are a novice and you don't want to go into too many places because that will make the learning curve a bit more steep. Give your justification why you came up with that. That being said, there is advantages of being in very many social media platforms, and there is also disadvantages when you are in so many. Unless you have a social media manager, if you're the same person running your business and managing your social media, if you're in so many, you may not be able to do a good job in any of them. You'd rather be in fewer, and in those few, you're creating real impact that is making customers want to come and do business with you. If you have a social media manager and those sites, the number of sites you have chosen makes sense for your type of business, then go ahead and get to many. Because if you're in many social media platforms, you have the advantage of being seen in many places. So it has the advantages, but also if you're doing it on your own and you're not very good at it, you might be in many, but you're not doing anything. When people come to look you up, they don't see anything that makes sense. And then how many posts and stories do you want to make each week? Do you want to be making 3 times a week? Do you want to be daily? Do you want to be one post is a question, or one post is a statistic you're giving, then another post is more detailed, then maybe another post is media sharing. You're sharing pictorials of what happened in your business that week or the products that you're selling if you're selling products. And then also decide right now, are you going to be the one to manage your accounts, or are you going to be with somebody who is managing for you? It is important to know what social media platforms your business is in. That doesn't mean you have to do it. If in your business currently you already have a millennial, a younger millennial, or a Gen Z, chances are if you give them the responsibility of managing the social media accounts, they might do better work than you. If you are not a young millennial or you're not a Gen Z, if you are closer to 45 kwenda juu, that doesn't mean you can't do it. You definitely can do it. But if you have somebody younger in your business who is already understands your business and what it is you want to communicate, and you can get them to do it for you, fine. You also have the option of outsourcing a social media manager. You engage them on a contract basis, retainer basis, or on a project or assignment basis. whatever works for you. The idea is keep playing in the social media space. Then when it comes to message applications, how many accounts of message applications are you in? And if you are in them, in which platforms are they? Are you on Instagram? Are you on WhatsApp? Are you on Facebook? Etc. Give the number there. Then what do you use them for? Remember, we are analyzing where we are at now. Maybe you know that Instagram message, you can be able to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 things, but you only do 1, 2. Don't put the other 4 that you're not yet doing. Here we want to understand where are you at. So you put there where you are at and what it is you are doing currently, so that now you will be able to answer the next question that says, where do you want to go? How else do you think you can be using these message applications in the next 3 months? Maybe you can automate your message applications to be able to be sending reminders to your customers, or to be sending them updates on when you restock new products, etc. Where do you want to go with the message applications? Use them as much as you can for the growth of your business. And then when it comes to the website, how many people, let me see by a show of hands in the group, how many people have a website or a landing page for their business? How many people? Let me see by a thumbs up. Yes, Judy, I can see your hand is up. Do you want to answer, or you're saying you have a website? Judy.
Yes, I have a landing page.
You have a landing page. Okay, that's nice. Aha, what kind of business are you in?
It's a product business. Yeah, I do the candle selling, the scented and also the decorative ones.
Oh, wow. Okay. Aha. So would you be looking to build a website in the next 6 months? That means by around June, July.
Yes, I will look forward to that, though it feels quite overwhelming. I just has too much, but looking forward to that.
Okay, all right, sure. Remember, we are celebrating progress, not perfection. So take the steps, do it. I always say the first website you come up with might not be perfect. You keep getting better even as you get feedback from customers on what they want. If you have a website, what are the main contents that you have on your website? Are customers able to get in touch with you? Are they able to browse and see what kind of products you have? Do you have a place you can communicate with them, like a messaging app embedded into your website? And then if you want to build a website, are you going to be building the landing page, the one pager, or are you going to build a website from a website building service like WordPress or Wix? Or are you going to go all tech and get somebody, or maybe yourself, maybe you're a tech guru, and get a self-hosted website that you did the coding yourself? The decision here is yours. Ultimately, what you want to do is get a website that makes sense for the kind of business you have and for the kind of target audience you want to communicate to. So you choose there by putting an X in those circles on what kind of website you want to build. Then when it comes to building a website, and this is something that I would want even those who might not exactly get to having a website in the next 6 months. If it is your aspiration that you would want to have that website, maybe 6 months for you and where your business is at right now might be too soon, but take time. Go look at websites of other people who provide the kind of service that you provide, or they provide the kind of products that you provide, and see what it is they're including on the website. Then come into these pages and put the answers on what it is you want on your homepage. What do you want to be at the header there when people come? What is that message that pops out of your website for people to see? And in the menu, what will you have? Will you have a tab that says about us? Will you have a tab that says about our products? Another tab that provides information about your business, where you're located, your telephone number, your physical address, PO box address, etc. What are the tabs you want to have on your website? And then also in the about us, what kind of story do you want to tell about your business? Are you going to, there are different storytelling scenarios. You can start your about us by how a pain in your life, or you watch somebody else experience a challenge and then you started your business to be a solution to the challenge, or you got retrenched and you started a business. How do you want to talk about yourself? Remember, people want to do business with businesses that sound real, not businesses that sound like Cinderella stories. So don't go out there and floss and tweak your reality until it becomes too perfect for anybody to relate with. Be vulnerable to the level, up to the level that you're comfortable with, to tell us about your business, about how you came about how you formed it, the challenges, how you got funding. Decide on what it is you want to tell people about your business. The more endearing it is to people, the more people find it relatable and the more people would want to do business with. Then what are the kind of products you want to have? Here you can have future thinking. You can say, in the next 6 months, I will want to have products 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. In, say, the next 12 months, 18 months, I want to have products that are here. Or describe where your products will be availed. You have products that you have here. In the last cohort, I had one participant that does these hoodies that have kitenge cloth and everything, and she had started with the Kenyan market. Then just by putting herself online, she started getting orders to places outside of Kenya. So now she had to start thinking about the transport, the shipping logistics, getting into partnership with shipping companies. Describe your products the way you want to see them in the next up to 3 years. Where do you want to people know? You want to be playing local, you want to be playing regional, you want to be playing global, national or global. Stretch yourself, stretch your imagination. It costs the same energy to dream a small dream as it does to dream a big dream. So why waste your energy on a small dream? Then what kind of services do you offer if you're a service-based business? And then what kind of support? If you offer products that customers need to be walked through in order for them to be able to utilize them, how much support do you offer? Or is it once the product leaves our premises, that is the end of the relationship with you? Like now on my website, I want to add a support, because when I do corporate trainings, I do offer follow-up sessions. So a support is we work with you for 3 to 6 months to see whether the training had impact. So that is information I want to now add onto my website. Then what will be your footer? I loved Nakumat. Nakumat had this slogan, you need it, we got it. Put something that will reassure people that by doing business with you and they don't know you, they are doing the right thing. And then in the contact information, please put contact that when customers call you, they will be able to get through to you. If they write an email to the email you provided on your website, let it be an email that is frequently looked into, so that people don't now come back again complaining, I wrote you an email, I sent you a message, and you're not getting back. All right. And then the last one is digital marketing. So where are you now? Have you ever used any online ads for your business? Have you put an ad? I mean, almost everywhere you can place ads. Even LinkedIn has ads. Have you ever placed ads for your business? And if you have, where did you publish? Where do you normally publish your ads? And then, are you writing any content for marketing purposes? Who is saying something? Okay. All right. Then marketing content for marketing purposes. Content can be, like I said, it can be in word form, a white paper kind of content, a blog, a newsletter, etc. It can also be you've come up with a very good portfolio of pictures about your business and what you do, and then you're using it there and telling people, look what you're missing. You see, that is still marketing content. So don't think marketing content is only when you put pictures or photos, or marketing content is when you write up something, whether it is in image form or media form, or it is in written form. It is still marketing content. Who here has never done any marketing? You've never even gone into WhatsApp groups to tell people what you sell or what you do. Who has never done any kind of marketing online? The only marketing they do is when they get to engage with customers physically and tell them, oh, this is my business, this is what I do. Anybody? Okay, I can't see any thumbs up. So it means we are all doing some marketing, some form of marketing. Just revamp it. Run an advertising campaign. And this is now the challenge. Now we come to the challenge that I'm saying. I want us to challenge all of us. And if you run an advertising campaign, come to the group and say, hey ladies, I'm running a campaign on this. This is my first flyer, or these are my first images. This is a group where you will experience love. We will critique you with love. We will tell you that image is not gelling or connecting with the kind of people you want to connect with. Come and let us be the people, that safe audience where you can tweak your campaign. So anybody who will be running a campaign in the next 3 months, come to the group and tell us, my campaign is 1, 2, 3. My objective for the campaign is 1, 2, 3. I intend to run it for this number of days. This is what I've put together. And then as the good sisters that we are in, the sisterhood in the group, we will be able to give you advice. So when you want to run a campaign, sit down with a pen and paper and answer these questions. Who are your target clients? You might have different products that resonate with different target audiences. So for this particular campaign, who is the target customer that you are looking to reach out to? So what is the goal of your campaign? The campaign, some campaigns are to create awareness. The other campaigns are to speak about something you want to launch in the future. Other campaigns are to promote a sale you have on some products that you sell. Other campaigns are just to get customers to your existing products at the existing prices that you have, but you want to run a campaign to ensure to boost the number of customers that you have. So what is the goal of your campaign? Is it for awareness? Is it for increased sales? Is it for growth purposes that you want to start offering your services in a different to customers in a different region, etc. So, and then what is the style of your messaging? What are the keywords you want to use? Different businesses have different keywords. Different customer segments resonate with different keywords. So do your research. The good thing is creating an online business is not so difficult, because in the same online space, we have tools that can be able to assist you. You go to Quora and ask a question, the review networks, not the review networks, the discussion network. I want to launch this kind of product. This is my demographic. What keywords are going to resonate with them? You will get answers. Now we have ChatGPT and other AI. By the way, AI is a monster and it's a friend depending on how you use it. So other people are using it. Harvard is now having a debate on how they will still remain one of the best universities in the world in the era of AI, because they know they will now be getting assignments that are AI written. So they want to find out how can we ensure that that person who used AI still has understood. So if AI is being discussed in Harvard, who are you to say you will not use it? So go ahead and use it, but use it and don't copy paste from AI. Use AI to open your thinking, and then from there now you customize it to your audience. When you're speaking to Africans, you don't use the same adjectives like when you're speaking to a Caucasian population or an Asian population. Just customize your product. Use those AI tools to help you come up with the keywords, but customize it to suit you as your personality, then the brand of your business, and then now you take it out to the masses. So I will be waiting to see people launch their campaigns, and we will be there to critique them. Then once you decide what it is you want to speak about and which keywords, now find out what digital channels are you going to use. Are you going to use search engines? So are you going to be running Google ads so that you are at the top, or you use very good keywords so that now when people search, they're able to get to you? Or are you going to be on social media? The social media platforms that you have decided are going to work for your business, is that where you will be running your campaigns? Are you going to run your campaigns via email through an email management system? Or are you going to use an influencer who resonates with your brand, resonates with your target audience, resonates with your product to be able to push the numbers for you? All this work depending on how well you put them together. You can even have a cocktail. You have the campaign running on social media, it is running on email, you had an influencer speak about you, or you gave the influencer a gift pack of your product, and now they are showing it on social media. You can use the influencers in different ways. They have rate cards. For me to just mention you, you pay this. For me to mention you and show your product, you pay this. For me to mention you and I don't know, show me in your business premises, you pay this. Choose what you want. Start with the budget that you have. Don't kill yourself. You go getting better as your business continues to grow online. And then 3 messages for your campaign. 3 different scenarios. You can have what if scenarios, what if, or you can have, that reverse psychology scenario that you say, imagine what you are losing. And then now from there, you create the scenario of if your solution is the next big thing after sliced bread. If they don't come for your product or for your services, they are losing something. What kind of messages? Or are you using, the warm up messaging campaign where you mention something, then after some time you talk about it again, then after some time now you show it, you do like an unveiling that you had warmed the audience sufficiently before you unveil your product. How are your messaging campaigns going to be? And then how will you know your campaign is a success? This will be pegged on what were the goals of your campaign. If it is to create awareness, you wanted to grow your following on social media by X%, and now you have grown by Y%. Now you're able to determine this growth. Would I call it a success or would I call it a flop? If it was to increase revenue, the same thing. So you keep reviewing your campaign to ensure that it is a success. Then, do you think the next question is, do you think your business could benefit from articles, blogs, infographics, etc.? Is it a yes or no? And if you think it can, what types of articles would you write? So here you come up with a list of potential topics. You can come up with 3, 4, 5. Play out your imagination. What kind of articles would you want to write? Some articles you write and they are long articles. Others, it could be 2 paragraphs that you just post directly into social media. Others, you put them together in a newsletter. Others, you put them together in a blog. Determine what kind of articles. The idea is the topics, do they resonate with you? Are they going to help you grow your business? And then how am I going to write them? And then where will you publish these articles? Some people ask to be guest publishers in other people's websites. People who have very big websites and they attract your ideal client, you can request, can I write a blog post? And then you publish it there, or go ahead and publish it in yourself. LinkedIn, for a fact, I know LinkedIn has the LinkedIn newsletter. So where are you going to publish? Always remember, don't publish in a place because you hear people publish there. You publish in that place because your ideal customers are there. it doesn't make sense for you to go breakdance in the arena where nobody appreciates breakdance. So go to a place where your ideal clients are, so that when you publish, they are like, this is what I've been looking for, and I am happy they have written something about that. I had asked earlier, do you guys have logos, or do you have a brand identity? Do you have the images that represent your brand? That is what we call the brand identity. Like the Coca-Cola logo, that's its brand identity. The Equity logo, that's their brand identity. Then a tagline is also part of the identity. What are the colors of your brand? What are the images that are associated with your brand? What tagline, or what do you reassure people you do with your brand? That is brand identity. And then what is your brand story? The brand story here is about talking about what are the values that your brand stands out for. What is the purpose of the brand? And from that purpose, now that is where you craft your brand's mission. Remember, I said these tasks, even after you upload them, you can always, because you will upload, but you will be left with the one that you saved in your laptop. You can always revisit the answers you gave and tweak them and make them better the day or the time or the season where now you decide, I want to come up with a brand book. Revisit these questions and then sit down and see what needs to be readjusted as you now start developing your brand book. Your brand book doesn't have to be 30 pages. It doesn't have to be printed out on glossy paper for it to be called a brand book. It just needs to communicate your brand identity. It needs to communicate your brand story and your brand mission. You can do it in a Word document, or you can do it on graphic design sites like Canva that are not so difficult to do it. Start somewhere. You will perfect it as you go along. Perfection will find us on the journey of progress. All right. Then in your brand identity and all your content out there, do you want to be sounding technical, or do you want to be sounding non-technical? Do you want your tone to be formal? Do you want your tone to be informal? It all depends on your audience. If your clients, let's say you're a service-based business and your clients are auditors, they are used to technical jargon, they are used to very formal mode of communication. So your brand will also need to speak the same. If on the other hand, your customers are youthful people, those ones are quite informal in the way they communicate, even when they are communicating technical things. So ask yourself, what style of content do you want, and what tone do you want to have for your business? Asanteni sana. Any questions? Let me see if there is some questions online, or you can put up your hand. Oh, I see Lucy Nina said, very informative. I'm kindly requesting to leave. Have a good evening. Oh, Lynette, you're saying, I had asked for your handles, exact name, so that we follow you, and your website so that we see how it looks. All right, Lynette, I will put the handles in the group so that you can be able to follow. Anybody with a question? Anybody with a hands up? Yes, let's see. Sarah. Yes, Sarah, go ahead.
Yeah, good evening.
Good evening.
My question is, how are we able to get the search engines, and where do we search?
All right. Thank you. Thank you very much, Sarah. Yes, you're asking where can you get search engine. What happens is you customize your content online by using keywords and meta tags, and I've explained them in details in the video. You customize your content such that when somebody comes online and they are searching, then your business will come at the top, because the same words they are using for searching are some of the words you have used in your content. So that now when people come and search for cake bakers in Nakuru, in your content you say, we are called Purity Cakes, we are based in Nakuru, we cook vanilla cakes, fruit cakes, chocolate marble cake, etc. The word cake is appearing consistently. Then Nakuru, when in Nakuru, give us a shout out. So Nakuru has appeared again. Those are the ways you play around with the words that customers use to search for your services in the content that you put out online, so that when they start searching, then they will be able to get it. And let me tell you, even on social media, people search the social media, not just on Google, the Google search engine. People get into social media, like say they get into say Facebook, and then they search hairdressers in say where, hairdressers in Mombasa. So is there anywhere where you've been mentioning yourself as a hairdresser in Mombasa, so that now people can be able to, when they get into Facebook and they are searching, they are able to get you? So that is how you optimize yourself for the search engines. You use the keywords that customers use when searching for the services you offer. Then you use those same keywords when you're describing or talking about yourself. I hope I've answered you, Sarah.
Yes. Thank you.
Okay, sure. Thank you. Ndisha, thank you. I see your hands up. Any other question? Any other question? All right. If there is no question, let me see in the chat if there is another. Okay. If there is no question, we can call it a day for today. We went a few minutes, well, quite a number of minutes past the hour, but I wish you all the best. Do take your time. For those who have not been able to work on the task, go ahead. You have from this evening all the way to Saturday. We said Sunday will be for resting, up to Saturday. Take your time, especially when you're describing the campaign, the advertising campaign that you want to run, and also when you're describing the kind of website. You might not be ready for the website as of now, but they say faith is a substance of things that cannot be seen. So do it in faith that you will be creating a website for your business, and create and write it the way you would want. When people eventually get to see your website, they see that. And also, for those who have watched the recording of the video, I had given the top 5 people to complete the task will be having a coaching session with me. I will be putting that in the group so that you see already 2 people have already completed. So keep going at it. There are still some opportunities for you to be able to complete the task and to win the prize for coaching. So if there's nothing else, I think we can bring this to a close. Thank you very, very much, ladies. It was a pleasure speaking to you. In case you have any challenge, feel free to inbox me or to ask in the group, and we will be there to assist each other. Remember, in this journey, we are all working together. There is nobody who should feel, no, if I ask a question, it's going to be, how will it be taken? No. We are here as a group of women, supporting women to do big things in the online space. So thank you very, very much, and God bless you, and see you in the group. Have a good evening, everybody.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Good night.